Continuing to update this winter storm rolling through Northern California, getting bigger and more intense overnight tonight through tomorrow with stronger winds as well. We're going to highlight all of those impacts coming up, as you can see for the day. Basically light to moderate rain in the valley, as the snow as well, light to moderate along 80 and 50. But we've already seen travel delays because the snow has been steady over many of the passes. Now the snow level is going to be dropping. Currently it's rain right now for places like Pollock Pines and West Point, but the snow line will be dropping as the colder air works in, and we start to see the snow drop to about 2,000 feet because this cold low has yet to interact with that plume of moisture coming in from the Pacific. That'll happen by Monday night through early Tuesday. So far, this hasn't been a totally impressive storm. We've only seen about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rain in the valley and the foothills. It's been a mix of rain and snow for the Tahoe Basin. But again, there's so much to go with this storm. The two things we're looking at is the strength and the duration, and this one sticks around for a while. This atmospheric river, about a category 2 or 3, so both beneficial and hazardous. They supply about 25 to 50% of our water here, and the main cause of flooding and drought. So a big one can cause some issues. In fact, they carry about the same amount of water as 20 Mississippi rivers, and a strong AR can carry about 7 to 15 times the amount of water vapor as the mouth of the Mississippi. Last year, we ran into problems because we didn't see a whole lot on the West Coast. Storms like this are actually exactly what we need throughout the rainy season. We need roughly about 5 or 6 strong atmospheric rivers to get us to the rain totals that will carry us all the way through the dry summer months. So last year, we just didn't see a whole lot here on the, especially throughout California. Plenty for the Pacific Northwest, but what it ended up doing, since we only saw about 30 for Northern California, is it put us deep into drought, considering that the year prior was also a dry year. As far as this storm system, though, let's get back to what we're expecting here. Winter storm warning in effect until 10 o'clock Tuesday above 3,500 feet with about 5 feet of snow for some of the highest elevations. Wind advisory also in place for the valley. We're talking wind gusts up to about 45 miles per hour. Could see some problems with trees. We've got all the leaves that are down right now in some of the streets, so those could clog area storm drains and some minor flooding on the roadways. And then, of course, the power outages, the potential for that coming in. Now, I'm really expecting the winds to ramp up during the morning through the early afternoon. For the morning commute, we're averaging about 15 to 25 mile per hour winds in the valley and the foothills. Then they pick up to about 30 to 35 miles per hour around noon. Heading into the afternoon and the evening, things will start to quiet down and we'll see that wind advisory expire. The rain, however, it doesn't stop. Periods of heavy rain for the morning commute. You can see that line right along I-5, parts of Highway 99 over towards the Delta, and the snow, it basically doesn't let up. It continues, not heavy the whole time, but we will certainly see time frames where that snow becomes quite heavy and Sierra passes almost impassable. In fact, almost everybody saying if you can delay your travel up in the Sierra, it's best to do so. Another strong line of rain moves through roughly about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then for the evening commute, things start to slightly quiet down through the overnight hours. But that's when we see the cold air come in and that snow line drop down to about 2,000 feet. Starting to see some drier weather ahead for our Tuesday late afternoon. In terms of our snow, anywhere from about 60 to about 100 inches of snow for some of the higher elevations, but that snow line continues to fall to about 2,000 feet, both on Highway 50 and I-80 with light accumulations at that level. But nonetheless, we'll get some lower snow coming in. And this is what I was saying. This is why we really haven't seen the brunt of this storm system come in yet, given that we've only picked up about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rain. We're going to be picking up about 2 to 3 inches in the valley and close to about 4 to 5 inches of rain in the foothills. Do we need it? Yes. This is our current outlook for our drought monitor. All of the state covered in some category of drought. We've made a little bit of headway chipping away at this. Need a whole lot more rain, and it looks like we may get it. Our 8 to 14 day long range forecast calling for wetter than average conditions.